What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome on in to the Genesis Scottish Open predictions brought to you by our friends over at Thomas Adams Apparel. We are very excited to be partnering with these guys. You can check them out, download Thomas Adams Apparel. You can find them at their on Instagram and other social media, as well as thomasadamsapparel.com. Some great hats, great shirts. My man Zach is rocking some of the merch right now, and they got a bunch of stuff getting ready to drop. So if you guys are golfers, if you're just someone that likes to wear polos and nice hats and have some fun with it, make sure to check them out right now. But my man, we are jumping on in here. Genesis Scottish Open 2025, a stacked field, might I say. We're going to go ahead and give you guys our winners, top 10s, top 20s, maybe a couple golfers to stay off in this tournament, and maybe just a couple mega long shots, first round leaders, guys that might pay you 55 to 100 to 1 to cash those tickets this weekend. But my man, we also got an article up on sportsforummedia.com by our man Ajayi Benjamin. So shout out to him for writing this one. You guys can go ahead and check that out. We will scan through it pretty quickly, but if you want to take a deeper dive, make sure to check that one out. But my man, first thing you see here, top golfers from around the world heading to Scotland for this one here at the Renaissance Club here in North Berwick. But you got names, Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy. The list goes on. Obviously, Scotty Scheffler, the man to beat every tournament, it seems like, if he's playing in it. Before we jump into bets, how you feeling about this tournament? Do you think it's going to be a tough course for these guys? Should we see some minus 20s for a win? Or are we looking like minus 10 is going to take the cake here?
Oh man, I'm excited for this one. I think this is going to be a fun tournament to watch. I mean, we got 4 days of this. This is going to be great. I think one thing to look out for, I don't think it's going to be a tough, challenging course necessarily. I think something really to look out for is going to be these greens. I mean, a lot of these players, especially the American players, I mean, these courses, playing links courses are a little different. You know, you got to watch out for these bunkers. They're a little different. Got a lot of forest trees out there, but nothing too much in the fairway. Open fairways. The thing to look out for is these greens. The greens are rolling at about a 10.5, I believe. And so that's a little different compared to these American courses. So I think that's going to be the big factor, is how these guys are working around the greens and who controls their short game the best.
I'm right there with you, my man. I think you said it pretty darn perfectly. It's one of those courses where, I mean, all these courses, it feels like when you go over to the Scotland area, the wind becomes a factor. The ball seems to roll a lot. I mean, if you shank it, it's not a good life. I know you're not really stuck in this long, super deep per se rough, but you're stuck in this like rough, hard, hilly kind of tough spots. Yeah, it's just tough spots overall. So got to go ahead and focus on some guys with some better accuracy this week. You guys can go ahead and see all the different names that are mentioned here, but make sure whatever golfer you do go with, look them up, guys. Figure out how they drive. Figure out how often they land on the fairway when they're teeing off. Find out how many guys are 1-putting, 2-putting, 3-putting on average this year. There's a big time swing here with this many golfers in the field. But my man, couple other guys to mention here, not just Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa. One of the strongest fields we've seen in a very long time. As you see here, 17 of the top 25 players in the world are flying to Scotland for this one to compete. Let me ask you, before I get your bets, is there any of these big names I mentioned that you're immediately just not on this weekend?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, those are some big names right there. I mean, those names stick out to really anybody that's familiar with the golf game. And I think we're going to see good things from those guys. The name that sticks out to me, favoring a little bit less, is Xander Schauffele. I think something we've seen from him is not doing so well come day 3, day 4. Maybe not his worst, but he's definitely not on his A game. It's not what it's going to need to win the match over and win the whole tournament. I don't think he's going to be able to secure that bag for him. And I think we're going to see him maybe kind of fall towards the top 20-ish. But I think out of those 5 names right there, I think Xander Schauffele will be towards the back end of those.
Interesting. Kind of fade Schauffele, the guy that they seem to be using on like the cover photos and promoting the tournament. People are using Xander a lot. I'm just like, interesting. I mean, you got some of these big names to choose from, and I think I kind of agree with you. If there was one guy here that I wouldn't just be slamming this weekend, it's probably Xander. But you and I were chatting a little bit before, and Xander Schauffele, the kind of guy that will compete for it almost every time. doesn't put himself in dangerous situations, plays really smooth 4 days in a row. You don't usually see him go, -4, +3, -2, +1. He's not really like that. He's like -2, -3, -4, and then on day 4, +2. And that's where he kind of has a kind of day. So do you feel that if Xander Schauffele, let's just say, has a 2 to 3 stroke lead, Rory McIlroy's 2 back, Scotty Scheffler's 4 back, can he hang on a Sunday in a field like this?
I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be able to hang on to that. I think looking at the Masters, we saw what Rory did. I mean, that's some competitiveness coming out to a finish like that at a tournament like the Masters. I don't think we've seen that from Schauffele at quite this stage. I mean, this isn't quite a major, but it's a big stage. I mean, we're talking about just those names right there. I mean, we forgot to mention Tommy Fleetwood. I mean, so many other guys, Ludwig Aberg, Wyndham Clark. I mean, all those guys too stick out to anybody. And I think this is going to be a little tougher for Schauffele.
I do as well. So there you go, guys. We're kind of sneak peek cheating you right there, letting you guys know one guy we're fading from the top is Xander Schauffele, both kind of there on that one. But stay tuned. I do have a bet on Mr. Xander Schauffele that I'm looking forward to. But my man, as you see here, date, venue, purse, Thursday, July 10th through Sunday, July 13th. Once again, the Renaissance Club there in Scotland. A total of $9 million in the purse here, 1.53 milli going to the big-time winner in this one, and Robert McIntyre, the defending champion. Well, let me ask you, my man. I mean, Robert McIntyre, is he anywhere on your board in this tournament? Is he a top 20 pick maybe?
I have him top 20. I could go as far as saying top 10. I don't think he's
okay.
A lot of people are talking about a one and done for him. I don't think necessarily done is the correct word. I don't know if we'll get him in the top 5, but I think we could see a top 10 from McIntyre. He's been doing pretty well. Definitely defending champ, like you said, but he's been doing pretty well, and I think he's going to hang on a little bit. I think he's going to be able to play.
His top 10 right now is about plus 160 for a 10, plus 550 for a top 5, and 30 to about 35 to 1, depending where you're looking for the win. I will say, my man, I'm a little bit surprised. I know he's a defending champion, but let me just go ahead and let you know. Scotty, Rory, Xander, Tommy, Colin are the only 5 players in front of him. You want to know who he's in front of? Ludwig Aberg, Justin Thomas, Sam Burns, Corey Connors, Matt Fitzpatrick, Victor Hovland. No disrespect to my man, Robert. I don't know if he's the 6th guy on this board. Personally, I would need about 55 to 1, I think, to take a shot on him here. I just think 30 to 35 is just not quite enough for me in this one. But once again, guys, 1.53 million. Not that Scotty Scheffler needs any more freaking money, but I guess it never hurts. You guys can see right here where you can watch them Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Golf Channel. Make sure to tune in for those. But Scotty Scheffler, the favorite to win this tournament here, the 29-year-old in impressive form all year, multiple top 5 finishes and strong putting numbers. Our man Ajayi says if he keeps up his form, he's the man to beat. But Rory McIlroy, always a threat, especially in these windy conditions like in Scotland. So, my man, I can't allow you to say that Rory and Scotty are going to be in your final predictions here. So if you can only take one of these 2 guys this weekend, who do you like more?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, I think the windy conditions, talking about that is huge because it was windy, talking about the Masters, and saw a video today of Rory out on the course, and it did look windy. I think winds are expected about 15 to 17 miles an hour, somewhere in that range. And I think that does favor Rory's game a little bit more. I think he's able to handle the wind, the way he shot shapes the ball. I'm going to go Rory taking the edge over Scotty for me.
Rory over Scotty. This is so tough for me, man, because I feel like whenever I'm sitting there and I bet on Rory, the dude just chokes. And the day I don't take his ass, he always wins, or he's always right there. And so I have such a love-hate relationship with Rory. But I don't think I can fade Scotty Scheffler the way he's playing. So I am very hesitantly going to go against you here. You go ahead and take Rory. I'll go ahead and take Scotty. If neither of us are in the top 5 on the final day, my man, I don't really know what to tell you at this point. So let's go ahead and rock with those 2 guys right there. So going different ways on that one, but pulling that article back up and once again, pulling those odds back up I want to go ahead and ask you, you take a look here at this one. Once again, Scotty Scheffler, the favorite, Rory, Xander, Tommy, Colin, the list goes on. Your favorite top 10 pick for this tournament. What you got?
Ooh, I like Colin. I like Colin Morikawa in the top 10.
There it is.
I'm really feeling like that. That's a lock for me in the top 10 right there. I like that.
All right. I see how it is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take Ludwig for this one here. I feel like the guy is playing pretty consistent golf overall. Is he playing perfect golf? No, maybe not, but he's playing pretty good golf at the moment. I do feel that he's going to play well at this course here. He's kind of one of those very dynamic players. I mean, you could see him go to Florida and play well. You see him go to Texas and play well. You see him go across season, he plays well. I kind of trust him to be around in this tournament. I think he's probably sitting around like 10 to 17 going into the final day. And it's just going to come down to, does he have a -2, -3, -4 kind of Sunday, or does he fall off? And I'm going to go ahead and bank that he plays another good round at the end. So, all right. So Colin for you, Ludwig for me in this one, your favorite top 20 guy, who you're looking at here. We'll get those odds for you right now, folks.
Top 20.
I got to skip those two.
I like JT. See, this is tough for me. I like Hovland, but the thing that sticks out to me is coming off that neck injury.
Yep.
Got the Open Championship next week. How much are we really going to get from him? That's what's holding me back on him. You know what I mean?
Why is he going to play if he's not ready with what's coming? Like, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point if you're not feeling good? Right. Why even play in the tournament?
Feel it out, kind of get a warm up in, maybe. I don't know. I'm with you. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but I think that does take a little confidence away from me.
Is there a world where he purposely wants to play 2 rounds, miss the cut, and go home? I just don't know why he'd want to lose the money, lose the time, lose the rest. Like, I guess my question is he playing to win?
I mean, I would like to think so. Yeah, I would like to think so. I think he's not going out there to shit the bed in any means, but coming off that injury, is he going to be full strength is my question.
Well, my man, you're going to have to – I mean, look at you. We're talking top 20 here. I mean, all he's got to do is compete. He doesn't got to be there. But obviously, you did mention guys like Justin Thomas. I mean, Corey Connors tends to play well as soon as you leave the U.S., he plays better. Matt Fitzpatrick, another consistent player. Sam Burns had a pretty good weekend. I want to say 2 weekends ago. I know our guy Bryson Owens likes Aaron Rye kind of as a sleeper for his top 20s. JJ, coming off a really good tournament. So Wyndham Clark's down here at 230. Like, there's, Siwoo Kim's down here. Tom Kim's down here. So look, man, it's wide open for top 20. What are you thinking?
I like that Sam Burns pick. I'm thinking Sam Burns. That. I think he's been hot. I like Sam Burns.
Sam Burns, folks, top 20. All right. This is where I take my boy JT. I love Justin Thomas. He was on my consideration of who I'm going to take for the win in this tournament. But there's something about, when you play poker and you go on tilt, he goes on tilt in golf, and a couple shots don't go his way. And I just feel like I kind of lose Justin. Like, I could watch him for the first 9. He's got 4 birdies, 5 pars. He's playing great golf. Everything's good. And he has like 2 bad shots on 11 and 12. And then he finishes +1. And I'm just like, Justin, like, I don't know. So I'm going to go top 20.
I like that.
I think he's going to drive well. I think he's going to be very accurate off the tee, which has been a problem for him. But I feel like it's his chipping that's just not going to be. We're going to see a lot of Justin. You know how Justin Thomas hits, and then he kind of drops the club over the shoulder, and he's like, "You got to be shitting me." It's what he always says to himself. That's going to happen a few times here in Scotland. The wind's going to catch the ball. It's just not going to be good.
Running fast.
Hey, that said, though, I can't believe we're getting plus 140 on Justin. And by the way, folks, this is on
I think that's a
DraftKings. If you
steal.
look at FanDuel, plus 160 on FanDuel for the top 20 there. So pretty good odds.
Ooh, my long shots. Let's see. I got listed down Ryan Fox. I do. I'm liking Ryan Fox here. I think he's been coming up a little bit, and I think we're going to see good things from him. And I think that he's going to stand out here. And top 20, possibly. I think he can. I think he might be able to crack the top 20 here. I mean, he's coming off a couple recent wins from this year. I think he's been playing hot. I think he's going to pull through here.
Ryan Fox, worth a sprinkle there. Maybe 60 to 1. You never know. That's not a guy on my radar, so I kind of like it. I mean, it's sneaky.
Long shot.
All right.
A long shot.
All right. Long shot. I'm gonna go long shot in this one here. I'm gonna go with my boy. Oh, I'm stuck between these two. I love both of them at 75 to 1. My gut says McNeely, but my head says Hojgaard. So those are my two long shots. I'm going to take them both. I think both these guys are going to play relatively decent golf here. Maverick McNeely, look, man, at the end of the day, there's just names on this board that should not be above Maverick McNeely. I just don't think he should be this low. He's more of a 50 to 55 to 1 kind of guy for me here. So I just think that's more of a value bet for Maverick. He's not playing great golf right now. Been kind of a tough stretch the past 60 days or so. But Hojgaard on the other side, playing good golf, just not really breaking through. So is he going to win the tournament? I mean, maybe not, but 75 to 1. Take your $5 foot long money, which, with the inflation's probably like $11 foot long money, and put it on each of these long shots right here, my man, and try to get yourself 75 subs instead of 1 sub. That's going to go ahead and be my recommendation. But one more long shot for you.
Okay.
Who do you like?
Ooh, I had McNeely, so I like you on that, but I'm going to go pick a different one. Ooh, I like Wyndham Clark. I mean, that's technically a long shot if I were looking at it, yeah.
Yeah, that counts. Where is he?
Clark. I mean,
oh, there he is, 70. Oh, yeah, that's a long shot.
He's ranked number 7 right now. I think the dude's got a good shot.
Wyndham Clark.
He's got some competitiveness in him to try to take this one.
I mean, I was just talking about guys that go on tilt. So Wyndham Clark,
good,
he's
could
one
be
of those
bad,
right? He's either going to be running through everybody and he's going to get hot and he's going to be on fire and no one's going to catch him, or he's going to be +7 after the first day and he's going to be out. Like that's what you're going to get out of Wyndham Clark. So we'll see what happens.
But
my man
will be the big factor. Yeah.
One of your favorites to win is Rory. One of mine is Scotty. So you get to add one more to your list. I think I know who you're going with here, and I'm excited to hear why. Who you got?
I'm really liking Tommy Fleetwood here. So I'm feeling Tommy Fleetwood. The dude's been cutting it real close a couple times, and he has been hot. And so, I mean, he's had a couple, I think he was top 10 finish last year, if I'm not mistaken. And I think he's gotten close a couple times here at the Genesis. But I think this is his year. He's been playing good golf this year. His irons have been really dialed in. And I think the irons here are going to be really good. Put him close on the greens to kind of minimize the short game a little bit. And I think if he can have that this weekend, he's going to be in for a good run. Tommy Fleetwood, that's my pick.
Tommy Fleetwood is a solid pick. And I actually have a buddy who is putting a nice, hefty chunk of change on Tommy Fleetwood. He dropped $200 on Fleetwood to win. So, hey, good for him, man. Good luck. Right, I'm sure he's glad to hear that Mr. Zach is rocking along with him. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the guy right next to your guy. But his name's not Xander Schauffele. His name's Colin Morikawa, my man. And this guy right here is a damn good golfer. I've been waiting. I will say there's been, I think, 2 tournaments this year that I took Colin to get it done. He did bank top 10 on both of those tournaments. He's been there. He's just not winning. But the difference between him and Xander is I trust Colin when the pressure's on. He's a damn good golfer. He's got really, really clean iron game. He's a really solid putter, rarely makes mistakes off the tee. Maybe you could say his power isn't up there with, a couple of the names on this board, but it doesn't need to be. We have been talking about you got to avoid danger. You got to be able to play the wind. Colin is that dude. So I think if there's, a guy that's going to walk out here and take down a Scotty Scheffler, a Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa is built for that, man. So give me Colin Morikawa and the Rolly deal to go ahead and get this one done. Hey, we'll see what happens. But I got one more fun one for you because the people love the long shots. And there's a lot of money, folks, to be made here. So really, really quickly, I just want to go ahead and show you guys these bets just really quickly in case you missed any of them for us on the day. First off, our top 10 picks, we got Colin Morikawa at plus 220 and Aubert, a.k.a. Aberg, if you're looking for it, also a top 10 at plus 275. Sam Burns, top 20 at plus 160. Justin Thomas at plus 140. And then outright long shots, we got 4 for you. Ryan Fox, Hojgaard, McNeely, and Clark. And finally, our outright winners, of course, we have Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy, and then Tommy Fleetwood and Colin Morikawa. So that is what we got for you guys. But I want to ask you, my man, about your first round leader, because this is a bet that tends to pay really well. Sometimes you get great odds on really good players. I mean, we saw Scotty, almost 4-1 to win the tournament, but you look at him for a top first round finish, 16-1. Rory McIlroy, 25-1. Like, it's insane odds for who's going to be leading after day one. Who you liking here?
Wow, that's so far up in the air. This is a tough one. See, Scotty's been hot.
It could be a no name. Yep.
It could. I'm favoring towards someone in the middle of the pack here. I don't know. I might just have to pick one based off a gut feeling here.
Yeah.
I like Wyndham Clark leading after round one.
You're rocking with Wyndham again. I kind of like it.
I like him. I really do. I think if he like we said, depending on his start, he's a kind of a rocky player, back and forth, depending on how his momentum goes. If he can start out strong, he's going to be a top guy finish. He'll be in the top 10, top 5, depending on how his first round goes. He has a good first round. I think he can be good.
Okay. I think I see what you're saying there. Like we talked about, he's hit or miss. And at the end of the day, if you're talking first round leader, you kind of got to go with a hit or miss kind of guy. Like, who has a chance
he's got it
to be a first round guy. So, okay. I like that pick. I might have to join you on that when it comes to my actual bet slip. But I do want to throw out there, if there's one just like, why would you take that guy? There's no way guy. Let me tell you a guy that tends to compete in these weird first rounds, Justin Rose. I am not a huge Justin Rose guy. I don't take him to win tournaments really. He's never on my tickets, but one, it's in Scotland. And two, he's been playing well in the early rounds of a lot of tournaments. He was the first round leader just a couple weeks ago in one of the big tournaments. I think he's going to be there. Am I taking him to win? Absolutely not. I don't think he's going to win this tournament. But could he win first round? 80-1. Let me tell you, 110-1 on BetMGM, dog. Like, you got to take it. I mean, I'm sorry. You just got to take it. But
it's a hell of a payout.
I'm going with a guy that we trashed to start the show. I'm going to scroll my butt. I know, call me lame, whatever. All the way to the top.
I don't mind it.
Dog, it's 35-1. 35-1 on Xander Schauffele, first round leader. He's not going to win. He doesn't have the clutch gene. He's not built like Scotty Scheffler, but he starts well. He plays well. I think he's going to shoot. I mean, I don't know what the end of the first round is going to be. It kind of varies, but I have Xander personally projected for about a -4, -5 opening day at this course. If a couple other shots go his way, maybe he's -7, -8, and he's got the first round win. I don't know how low it's going to go. All depends on the weather tomorrow morning. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and say Xander Schauffele, 35-1. I like it a lot better. It's double his odds of winning the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think
so. If he's not there in day one, he's not going to win anyway. So,
and if it's there on day one, it's probably not going to be there on day 4, like we were saying.
Exactly. So, all right, my man. Well, guys, really quickly, one more time. Our friends over at Thomas Adams Apparel, you guys got to check it out. Sweet merch. You see how lame my hat is. You see how cool Zach's hat is. I got to go ahead and get myself some Thomas Adams. So make sure you guys check it out. But great guys over there, man. Support it. Bunch of new merch drops coming out. Once again, whether you're a golfer or a non-golfer, everybody likes nice polos, nice hats, clean snapbacks, rope hats, whatever it might be. So make sure to check them out and also follow them on Instagram for more and to never miss any updates. Shout out to our guy, Ajayi Benjamin, as well for that Genesis Scottish Open article, sportsforummedia.com. We did not go through his picks. We left that for you guys to go ahead and go find his and see if he agrees with us on any of the other stuff. But my man, Zach, any last words for you before the Genesis Scottish Open 2025?
I think we got 2 fun weeks of golf coming up. So stick to the couches and let's get going. Get the DraftKings app out. Let's get it rolling.
There you go. Shout out DraftKings. DM me, please. But anyway, my man. All right. You guys can go ahead and find Zach right there. Find myself right here and at Sports Forum CO on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, as well as The Sports Forum on YouTube. Click that subscribe button. Comment below who you got winning this tournament. Let's go ahead and cash some tickets. Do us a favor, folks. Do not bet anything that you cannot afford to lose. But if you can't afford to lose it, let's ride. We'll see you guys next week.